Good morning, dear students. This is our second lecture of Economics class 9. We already started the lesson, the story of village Palanpur. Last time we were understanding the topic farming in Palanpur. We started the topic already in last grade, farming in Palanpur. Now in this topic we covered many topics. Now we will start today farming method. Farming method in Palanpur. Means people or the farmers of Palanpur, which type of farming method they are using. Talking with the Palanpur farmers, they are generally using two farming methods. First farming method is known as traditional farming method. Traditional farming method. And second is known as modern farming method. These are the two important methods which are accepted not only in Palanpur but in our Indian villages also. Though we are living in the 21st century, still we are using two types of methods. One is traditional farming method and second is modern farming method. Now one by one we will understand, compare the points with traditional with modern. So generally the traditional farming method means the method which from ancient times, from generation to generation, just old method we are using is known as traditional farming method. And in modern farming method, generally you will be knowing that modern machineries like tractors, threshers, harvesters, irrigation system, that we will be using. This will be known as modern farming method. So what is the difference between two? That we are going to understand. First, we will understand this is an old type of farming. This is an old type of farming. Means from generation to generation, old technique when we will use for the production of farming, that is known as traditional farming method. And this we can say as this is new type of method. Means already we saw in this new technique, new machineries tools like harvester, tractors we will be using. Second, we will understand in traditional farming method generally bullocks are used to perform farming activities. Means for doing the plowing work or different types of using the seed in a farm, then we will use the help of bullocks for doing the activity of farming. Here modern things like tractors are used. Means in modern business, in a limited time, a lot of 10 acres, 20 acres, 25 acres of farming activities are performed in a within some hours. Here, the activity of farm is done with the help of only bullocks. So, when bullocks is the work in a farm, it will take a lot of time, and this is done in a 2 or 3 hours. Third point we are going to understand. These are the 2 points. Wells are used for irrigation. Here, tubewells, canals are used. Generally, in the old farming method, the water of wells is used to give in a farm, whereas in modern farming method, tubewells, canals are used. By using the electricity, the water of well with the help of tubewells and canals, we are using electricity. Here in old method, by using the animal, by running the bullock, that water we are fetching from the well. This is the old technique. This is the new technique. Here, production is limited. Here production is limited, and in modern farming method, surplus production is available. Next point we will see. We are understanding the topic traditional farming method and modern farming method. For kind of the question can come. Write the difference between traditional farming method or modern farming method. This is the answer of the question. Here, bullock cart is used to sell production in the market. In traditional farming method, whenever the stock goes from, we have to sell in the marketplace. The farmers are taking those granaries with the help of bullock cart only. And now here in modern technique, you will be knowing here means like tractor, truck. Here tractor, truck are used to sell farm production in the market. Last one you will see, in a traditional farming method, the production is only limited, means for eating purpose for the whole year. What will the benefit for the farmer? That is only for him. It's limited production is there. That's why the benefit is only for a year. Limited food production. Limited condition. So economical condition of the farmer is, how it will be? It will be poor or rich. If the production will be less, then the condition of the farmer will be poor or rich. It will be poor. So the economical condition of farmer is poor. Now here 5 points. Surplus food production. Increases economic status, economic condition we can say. Of the farmer. So once again we will understand. Wells are used for irrigation in traditional farming method. Wells are used to give the water to the plant with the help of bullocks. The bullocks are taking the water from the well. Here, tubewells, canals are used for irrigation system. Means the water with the help of electricity, it is used for the crop. Here, production is limited because of the old technique. The production is very limited. Here, because of the fertilizer, pesticide, irrigation system, tractor, harvester, the surplus production is there. Here, the bullock cart is used to sell production in the market. In the traditional farming method, farmers are using bullock cart to sell the production in the market. Here, tractors are used to sell farm production in the market. Last one, limited food production. So economical conditions of the farmer is poor. If a farmer will have only limited food production, and he will be using that only for eating the whole year. Here, because of the HYB seeds, high yielding varieties of seeds, pesticide, fertilizer, irrigation system. Because of this, what is happening? A surplus food production is there for a farmer, and what he will need for a whole year for eating, and extra food, extra granaries, the farmer is selling in the market and getting extra money, and the bank balance is increasing here. Here, no bank balance is increasing. So this is the topic what we understood, the difference between traditional farming method and modern farming method. Now, new topic we are going to start today of this lesson, that is importance of trade of electricity in Palanpur. New topic we are going to start of this lesson. Importance of spreading electricity in Palamur village. Importance of spreading electricity in Palamur village. इसका मतलब ये होता है कि पालमपुर विलेज में जो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी का स्प्रेड हुआ है उसका फायदा उस विलेज को क्या हुआ है. Already we understood that though it is a story of an imaginary village Palampur, but this story is dealing the daily activity of Indian villagers, Indian farmers, Indian people. So on the other hand, we are understanding the daily activity of our Indian villages. तो पहला क्या हुआ? Importance of electricity in Palampur. It helps in irrigation. It helps in irrigation system. Because of the electricity available in the Palampur, the water of the well or the water of the canal with the help of motor pump is started to come in a farm of a Palampur village. That's why the production increased. Before the availability of electricity, generally the bullocks were taking the water from the well. It was taking a time. So this is the one advantage. Second, it reduced darkness from the Palampur and spread light. With the availability of the electricity, the darkness of the village Palampur that is reduced and light came. This is also the condition of Indian villages. Once upon a time, before 30 or 40 years ago, the electricity was not available in whole India. Only limited scale for limited hours it was available. There were many villages of India who are away from the availability of electricity. Now, dear students, you are too much lucky that you are getting sufficient electricity to run various electronic appliances at your houses. Now, this is the importance of third advantage. Small scale manufacturing. Small scale manufacturing increased in Palampur. If the electricity will be available in a village, then the knowledgeful people or entrepreneurial people will use their money and raw material to produce a variety of production. With the small scale manufacturing, with the help of different machineries which will be run by electricity, farmers started small manufacturing. So this is the story of India also. Imagine the system before 40 or 30 years ago. The small scale manufacturing was not increased too much. Only limited industries were available, and there was too much load on those industries to fulfill the requirements of whole India. Nowadays, in every corner of a village or a city, with the availability of machinery and electricity, the people, farmers are doing small scale manufacturing. So this is the advantage of or importance of spreading electricity in Palanpur village. I hope you understood this topic. Yes or no? Okay. Now we will move for next topic. Listen, students. The topic which I am explaining you on the board are already available in a textbook. The need you have to read the lesson. As a teacher, what we will observe, out of 40 students class, only 10 students are there in the class that are reading a lesson at home or in a free period. Remaining 30 or 35 students from the class just doing time pass. So please try to use your time. If you will read the lesson, then there you will not get time for time pass. Next topic we are going to understand, very important topic, that is Green Revolution. This is very important topic. Green Revolution. When you will read the book, the lesson, the story of village Palanpur, you will understand that one concept is given there, that is the Green Revolution. So what is meant by Green Revolution? Revolution meaning आपको पता है, जैसे कि French Revolution, Russian Revolution. So what is meant by Green Revolution? Green is known related to farming. Revolution means that high production. Now here Green Revolution means what? First try to understand the concept Green Revolution. So what is the Green Revolution? Now in 1960, with the help of the central government in India, there is a development in irrigation system, fertilizer, pesticide, insecticide and machineries and tools that is helpful for high production in farming. Generally we will understand that Green Revolution started in 1960. This Green Revolution started by the farmers of particular three states known as Punjab, Haryana and Western Uttar Pradesh. The farmers of Punjab, Haryana and Western Uttar Pradesh started the use of HYV seeds. HYV seeds, you know, high yielding varieties of seeds which will give the high production. So the farmers of these three states started using the modern HYV seeds. They started using of chemical fertilizer, pesticides, modern machinery, irrigation system in their farm. And because of that, what happened? These three states started to have a surplus production of granaries, production of food. So this is known as Green Revolution. So here we will understand, because of the Green Revolution, which is started in 1960 with the state Punjab, Haryana and Uttar Pradesh, it increased the surplus production of granaries in India. So by observing these three states, then other state people of India thought, why we should not use this modern technique? Earlier we know, when we saw the difference between traditional farming system and modern farming system, उसमें हमने देखा है कि because of traditional system, how there is a loss of production, how there is a low economical condition of farmer. So to reduce that problem, many state people started to copy Punjab, Haryana and Uttar Pradesh by using modern technique, fertilizer, pesticide and insecticides. So in this way the production increase in India. Now friends, you know every coin has two sides. हर coin को दो बाजू होती है. एक वैसे हर चीज की एक अच्छी भी बात होती है और बुरी भी बात होती है. So here we will understand. You understood what is meant by green revolution? Now our next topic is advantages of green revolution and disadvantages of green revolution. Question can come for 3 marks or 5 marks. What are the advantages of green revolution? Or what are the disadvantages of green revolution? So you should know both sides. So first we will understand advantages of green revolution. Advantages of green revolution. Now already in the concept you got the answer. मैंने आपको बोला है by using the modern techniques of the production increase to we will write some advantages. Advantages of green revolution पहला क्या है? Surplus production. Surplus production of granaries. Surplus production of granaries. So only because of the modern technique, SOIB seeds, pesticide and fertilizer, we could increase our surplus production, which was not earlier. Second, it increases higher economical condition of farming. Means because of the surplus increased food production, when farmer started to sell their production in a market, he started to get high economic output. Means earlier we saw old traditional method that limited food was there. So farmers were unable to sell it in the market. So surplus food started selling in the market and the economical condition of the farmer started to increase. And you know, when our economical condition will increase, then we start to go in a hotel, we start to go in having a tour in India or out of India. Means our standard of living increases. If we will have a lower economic condition, then वही फटे टूटे कपड़े, फटे टूटे जूते, and that is wandering in India. So this is third we will see. We are understanding advantages of green revolution. So first we saw surplus production of grain. Second, it increased high economical condition of farmers. Fertilizers and pesticides. Fertilizer and pesticide to control on pests or on insects. Means earlier when there was a pest or insect on a crop, so that production is going to reduce, is going to lose. But after the availability of best pesticide or insecticide, the crop started to give us a high amount of reward. So these are the advantages of green revolution. Now we are going to understand the disadvantages of green revolution. Now our next topic is disadvantages of green revolution. पहले हमने देखा अच्छी बात है ग्रीन रेवोल्यूशन की, एडवांटेजेस फायदे की बात है. अब डिसएडवांटेजेस ऑफ ग्रीन रेवोल्यूशन मींस व्हाट टाइप ऑफ लॉस वी आर फेसिंग बिकॉज ऑफ द ग्रीन रेवोल्यूशन. फर्स्ट वी विल अंडरस्टैंड फर्स्ट टॉपिक व्हाट आई थिंक यू कैन गिव मी द पॉइंट आंसर. यस आर करेक्ट. What is the first disadvantage? Soil fertility. Soil fertility decrease. Soil fertility decrease because of green revolution. Now how? As farmers started using too much fertilizer and insecticide and water with the help of irrigation system. So because of too much water, too much pesticide, too much fertilizer, the fertility of the soil started to decrease. Second, underground water table or water level decrease. Now second disadvantage of green revolution was underground water level decrease. Now how underground water level decrease? As you know that with the arrival of green revolution, people started to take the crops like sugar cane, banana or cotton, which needs a lot of water throughout the year. So every farmer started to have his own well, canal or river water to have the plenty of crops in the farm. So because of this, what happened? The groundwater level started going to decrease. और उसका परिणाम क्या होगा? कुएं जो भी है, नदियां जो भी है, they started going to dry, सूखने लगे. Because every farmer started to take multiple crops in a year. That means everyday water for the farm. So that water we started using. That's why underground water level decreased. Third one will be important microorganisms or bacteria which are important for soil started to die. This is very important point. Important microorganisms or bacteria which are important for soil started to die. Means students, as students of science, you will be knowing that there are some important microorganisms or bacteria available in a soil that give naturally the protein or nitrogen or different things to the soil. So those are killed by using the high dose of fertilizer and pesticide and insecticide, or we can say by the water. So this important bacteria started to die. So this is what the soil fertility also decrease. So these are the some disadvantages of green revolution. So first we saw advantages of green revolution, then we saw disadvantages of green revolution. Now last topic we are going to understand today, that is non-farm activities in Palampur village. This is our last lecture of this lesson, the story of village Palampur. Hope you are understanding the every concept, every topic clearly. For best understanding this lecture, I will need your help. That please read the lesson 3 or 4 times. Nowadays you are getting sufficient time. Last topic we are going to understand, that is non-farm activities. Non-farm activities in Palampur. This is our last lecture of the lesson, the story of village Palampur, non-farm activities in Palampur. No doubt, the activities which we will understand this lesson are also representations of Indian villages. So which are that we are going to see. Generally in Palampur, there are 4 types of activities, non-farm activities which are performed. ये हम देखने जा रहे हैं. पहला non-farm activities Palampur में होता है. First is dairy farming, we can say. Second है small scale manufacturing. Third activity is shopkeeping. And fourth activity of Palampur is transport. Fourth activity is so generally in a Palampur village, dairy farming is there. This is a non-farm activity. Small scale manufacturing, shopkeeping and transport. Main occupations of the Palampur people, villagers is farming, but along with farming, these 4 activities they are doing. Now dairy farming. Now this is a non-farm activity, means this dairy farming is related to the farming activity. How means water crop like jawar or bajra as a kharif crop, but different crops what we will be taking. So the varieties of this food, that jawar and bajra also we are used as a cattle feed. Animal को cows और buffalos को खाने के लिए this is a cattle feed. So farmers of Palampur are having their own cows and buffaloes, to whom the feed from the farm, that is the jawar or bajra, is ready with the farmer. So in this way they are having farming as well as dairy farming. So as they will have cows and buffaloes, they will take out the milk, and some farmers doing the farming as well as selling the milk in nearby towns or nearby villages. Second, small scale manufacturing. Some farmers of Palampur are having their own machines, own thresher, what with the granaries from the farming. उनकी वो दालें बनाते हैं, जैसे कि तुअर की दाल हो गई, उड़द की दाल हो गई, मूंग की दाल हो गई, वो बनाते हैं and they started to sell in the nearby villages. Means by taking such type machines, the granaries are used in this machine and they are selling the products. For example, where here in a farming it will be the sugar cane. Then by using the sugar cane in small scale manufacturing, they can make the jaggery. वो शुगर केन का रस निकालकर गुल को वो बनाते हैं और मेवाड़ी सिटी में बेचते हैं. That you will, when you will read the lesson, you will understand how the people of Palanpur are making a jaggery. गुल को कैसे बनाते हैं. So different small scale manufacturing they are doing. Third, shopkeeping. Some farmers or some people of Palanpur are having their own shops or near the railway station or near the bus stand where they are selling some items in their shop. So this is the side business. Fourth activity, that is the transport. We saw that Palanpur is well connected to the near villages and near towns like Raiganj, one village is there, which is a big village near to the Palanpur, and one town is also there, that is the Shahpur is also there. So the villagers or the people of Palanpur are having their own trucks, their own jeeps, own motorcycles, own tractor, and they are doing the business of transportation. Means sometimes some people of Palanpur are carrying the passenger by the jeep or by the motorcycle from one place to another, or some that people by using the transport they are carrying the granaries of farmers to the nearby towns or villages. In this way they are doing this type of transportation. So this is all about the topic non-farm activities in Palanpur. Hope, dear students, you understood today's topic. So this is all about the topic. Thank you.